Hello everyone, I am Rekha Murthy, Assistant Professor from Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering from Sai Vidya Institute of Technology. Today I am here to discuss about the concept of the retardation test of electric motors subject of 4th sem. So this retardation test is also called to be as a running down test. Running down test. So I will tell you why it is called as a running down test at the later stage. Okay. So this method is mainly employed to the shunt generators and shunt motors. Okay. So it is applicable for the shunt motors and shunt generators. So from this method we can get to know about the stray losses. If the armature and copper loss of the machine is being known here, we can determine the efficiency, okay, of a machine. So let us see that how exactly the experimental setup of this retardation test. Okay, so here I am going to make use of the shunt arrangement. Okay, so that is the motor which will be drawn here, right? Armature of this motor has been drawn here, and to this I am going to connect the field winding. So here this field winding will be separately excited with the DC supply. So this will be a separately excited field. This is separately excited field. Okay. Then to this armature we will connect it to the switch. Like this. Okay, and here we will see that the switch, it will be switching to the two directions. So like this. Okay, so initially it will be one position. So that one position will be controlled by this starting resistance. It will be controlled by this starting resistance. Okay, so this starting resistance can be included by supplying the DC input, DC supply. Okay, so this will be the DC supply, and this will be connected to the on the other side of this, you can call this as position 2. Okay, and at later stage it will be switched to the another direction, so that I can call it as 1 dash, and one more position will be 2 dash. Okay, so here also to control this we are going to connect one ammeter along with the rheostat. So I am going to make use of a load resistance RL. Okay, and here to measure the voltage across this armature we will connect one voltmeter across this point. So this is about the experimental setup for the retardation test. Okay, so here the machine whose test has to be taken, it will run at a speed which will be slightly above the normal speed, and the supply to the motor is cut off while the field is kept excited. the armature will get slowed down, and its kinetic energy is used in supplying that rotational or the constant losses, or the rotational losses or the constant losses, which may include the iron friction and windage losses. So that is why this is called as running down test. Why? Because the supply to this motor is cut off. At one stage it will be cut off and it will be shifted to this position, right? And the field excitation is kept excited continuously. But there you will find there will be a change in the voltage drop that can be identified or examined by this voltmeter. What is going to happen? Okay, so the armature will slows down. Once this switch will get it will get shifted to the 1 dash and 2 dash position. So it will slow down and its kinetic energy will be used in supplying the stray loss. So that kinetic energy will be utilized to provide a stray loss, which will include a iron friction and windage losses. Now let us consider I as a moment of inertia of the armature. Now let us consider I as the moment of inertia. Moment of inertia and moment of inertia of armature, and omega as an angular velocity, Okay, so since here the field is being excited separately, and I am going to give a DC supply here also. So initially the motor will be running with a certain speed, rated speed, when it is in the 1 and 2 position. Suddenly when you shift this switch to the 1 dash and 2 dash position, this armature will get slowed down. So that time instant which will take up, okay, so we are going to provide some loss. So what is that loss? Is constant loss. So in that the armature will be rotating with certain inertia. So that inertia we will consider it as I, and omega as a angular velocity. Okay, so what will be the kinetic energy obtained by the armature? So the kinetic energy, let me write down the kinetic energy of armature. As we know that we can express kinetic energy as what? Half into half mv square, right? But here this is with respect to the moment of inertia. So it can be written as half I into omega square. mv square means v will be the velocity. Here omega is the angular velocity. Okay, and instead of mass, so we can take it as moment of inertia. So half I omega square. So now let us write down the what will be the rotational loss. So rotational loss which can be denoted as W, which is nothing but the rate of change of kinetic energy. Rate of change of kinetic energy means what you have to do with this equation? You have to just differentiate the simple equation with respect to time. So what time it is taken to slow down that armature? What is the change in that kinetic energy? Okay, so when it was running at a rated speed, when we had shifted, okay, even though we are cutting off the supply voltage, even though how you are going to you are obtaining some loss from this armature, from this motor, right? So that time, some time will be taken, duration will be taken to slow down the motor. So we are going to differentiate this with respect to the time t. So half I into omega square. Okay, when you differentiate this, I omega. So this is 2 times of omega, we will get it, right? So 2 times of omega, so therefore 2 will get cancelled. So it retains with the I into omega, d omega divided by dt. This is what you have differentiated with respect to the time. So let us write, as you know, what is angular velocity omega? 2 pi n divided by 60. 2 pi n divided by 60. So we know that omega is equal to 2 pi n divided by 60. Right? So therefore, capital W, that is the rotational loss or the stray loss, capital W, I am going to get the value as, I am going to substitute the omega here as a 2 pi n divided by 60. So I will get it as 2 pi n divided by 60 into d by dt of 2 pi n divided by 60. So when you do this simplification, we'll get the value as 2 pi n by 60 multiplied by 2 pi by 60 into d n divided by dt. Finally, we get the value W as, we'll get it as 2 pi by 60 whole square into I n into d n divided by dt. So finally we get this value like this. Okay. So we'll get the expression of the rotational loss. So if we want to find out the rotational loss, we should know the moment of inertia. What is that? I. Okay. And dn by dt must be known to you. So now in the next session, let us determine what will be the determination of dn by dt and the determination of moment of inertia. So let us move on with the next session. Thank you for watching this video.